Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to start our second unit of the subject Introduction to Database Management System. The name of this unit is Database Languages and Interfaces. Basically, this unit is divided into two parts. First is the introduction part and the second is the database system environment. Today, we will explore our first part of this unit, that is introduction. In introduction, you will learn about the different types of languages used in the DBMS. What are the different types of operations, commands we use in DBMS? How these languages are used to structure the data, manipulate the data. And at the end, you will be learn about the different type of interfaces we use in DBMS. Before we dive into, let's explore some unit outcome. By the end of this unit, you will be able to explain the different types of languages used in DBMS. That is the data definition language, the data manipulation language. You will be able to explain the commands, the operation used by these languages in DBMS. You will be able to define how that data definition language is used to make the structure of the database and how the data manipulation language is used to manipulate the data. Next, you will be able to define the different type of interfaces like the menu based interfaces, the graphic user interfaces, mobile app, keyword space and the speech input output. All these are the new term for you. But don't worry, we will explore step by step. Next, you will be able to identify what are the internal part of the architecture and what are the external part of the architecture. You will explain the internal part of the architecture, how the database actually work internally. The different terms are used in the internal architecture of DBMS. You will be able to explain all these terms. You will be able to explain the components used in the internal architecture of DBMS. And at last, you will be able to explain the role of DBMS tool and utilities. All these terms we explore step by step. And by the end of this unit, you will be able to explain all these terms. Let's start with the very first topic of this unit, that is the data definition languages, DDL. Firstly, what is DDL? Imagine before making the actual house, the architect needs a blueprint, a plan, where the room is located, how many doors are connected to the room, where is the kitchen, where the washroom. All these things are firstly planned by the architecture, and then he or she make the actual house. Similarly, the DDL is like a tool which help us in the structure of DBMS. Before storing the actual data, we need to plan how the data is stored. What type of data stored in database? The main working of DDL is to define what type of tables we need to store in DBMS. The name of the table, the name of the column, what type of data we need to store for a particular program. So DDL define all these things. It basically create the table, they specify the different type of data that I already told you, that it used to create the structure of the database. It define what type of rules we need to apply on the data. So it is behave like a blueprint. Like these are the terms that I already explained you, that before making the actual house, the architect need to make the plan. So the table is behave like a room, the room of the DBMS, and the column is behave like a wall. Constraints are like a rules for safety. We apply this rule on the data, like the age never be negative. We define a particular range. The number should be exist between the particular range. So all these are the rules we apply on the data in the DBMS. So DDL helps to apply these rules, help us to structure the DBMS. Next, the different type of commands are used in DDL. It uses different type of commands to make the structure of database. These commands are create. When we create a new table, when we create the new data in the DBMS, then we use the command create. For example, we want to create a table of the student. So how we give the command to the database system? That create table student. Student is the name of the table. Then the column name. Then what is the type of the column? What type of data is stored in a particular column? Like the roll number must be integer. Then this is the second column, name, and this is a type of data we store in this column. So this command is used to create the tables, to create the data. Next is alter. Alter command is used when we make the change in the structure. Like we want to add a new column in the student table. So how we write? Alter table, the student. Student is the name of the table. Okay. Then add email. Email is the new column name, and this is the type of that column. Okay. Next, we use the drop command. Drop command is used to remove the table. When we want to delete the structure, then we use the drop command. How we use this drop command? Drop table, and this is the name of the table. We end all the query by the semicolon. So all this query we give to the DBMS and then make the structure of database. So this is a work of DDL. Thank you.